The information provided by Trading Forex Price Action to you does not constitute personal financial advice. The information provided is of a general nature only and does not take into account your individual objectives, financial situation, or needs. It should not be used, relied upon, or treated as a substitute for specific professional advice.
Midweek Analysis.
Hey guys, this is a midweek analysis for February 16th of 2022. Alright, we'll start with the Euro Yen. This is a weekly chart. We'll start off with an overview of the current setup I'm looking at. So since there was a strong long trade that formed right here, and last year at this point right here, there was compact short price action that formed, which shows strong short strength. And so in the long term, I'm short biased, right back down to this pivot low right here. Or in other words, price is likely to reach this pivot low right here before reaching this pivot high. Okay, so as price pulled back to these levels right here, if you recall, I took 3 short entries, one at 131.67 and another at 131.70, and finally one more at 132. Again, with all stop losses at this pivot high. Now yesterday I aborted all 3 short entries roughly at this 131.18 levels right here, and moreover entered a counter bias long entry. Now although I aborted all 3 short trades and took a counter bias long entry, still the weekly bias is short, and I'll be waiting for price to come back up to give me another pullback or another short entry. Okay, let's talk midweek price. Alright, just a heads up. Any management decisions I make on the trades that I refer to on these forecasts will be posted in the community tab on this channel. So please keep that in mind. Okay, so again on this 1 hour chart, I had 3 short entries roughly at these levels, and the final one at 132. And if you recall, I maintained all 3 short positions because although price was going up, there were no signs of short-term long strength in it. And then as price came all the way down to these levels right here, there were never any signs of extreme short-term long strength, and so I kept all positions in. However, at this point right here, roughly at the 131.18 levels, there was confirmation of short-term extreme long strength, and so I aborted all 3 short entries, and moreover actually took a counter bias trade long. Let me go ahead and show you what actually happened in this area that confirmed to me that there was short-term extreme long strength. So let's go over to the 1 minute chart. Alright, so on this 1 minute chart yesterday, as we got this breakout of a pennant pattern all the way up to these levels right here, I was still okay with holding those short positions. However, there was actually a legitimate 1 minute double top that formed right here. And as you guys know, a legitimate double top shows short-term short strength. However, as you can see, price still stopped out the second top's stop loss level right here before reaching the target height level, roughly in these areas. Alright, so when this double top's stop loss level was hit, I aborted all 3 short entries, and moreover I took a long entry for a counter bias long trade at roughly 131.16 in these levels right here, with a stop loss at the 130.87 levels right here. Now the stop loss level is right here simply due to this 1 minute double top's target height being at that level. Okay, so currently I have a long entry. However, remember this is a counter bias trade, and the weekly bias is still short in my opinion. So let me go ahead and show you what I'll be looking for those short entries. So let's go over to the 1 hour chart. Okay, and if you're having trouble understanding what I'm talking about in terms of weekly biases and strong and weak trades, please watch my price action trading course, for that course is designed to provide you the necessary information so you can understand these forecasts. Okay, so again on this 1 hour chart, since I took a counter bias long entry, although my initial target will be the prior pivot high at this point right here, because the weekly bias is short, I'll be constantly watching the lower time frames for any extreme short strength to form, in which case I would abort that counter bias long entry and moreover begin to take those short entries along with a weekly bias. So literally in this case, since this is a counter bias entry, that could literally happen at any point in between the last pivot high or perhaps even beyond it. And again, the types of extreme short strength I'll be looking for there are many variations to it. However, for example, an example of extreme short strength is the opposite of what happened at this point right here. So if we get a fake double top that forms, which typically shows short-term long strength, however, price could still reach its target height level before reaching the second top stop loss level, well, that would indicate extreme short-term short strength. And at that point, I would abort that counter bias long entry and begin entering short trades, again with the same risk parameters that I referred to on the overview portion of this analysis. Okay? Alright, so that's it for the midweek analysis. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. And thanks for watching. Okay, bye.